Hello there and welcome to the third video for the scalper strategy. When do we need to look for our pattern? We need volatility. As scalpers, we need volatility. Even as long-term swing traders or intraday traders, we need volatility in the markets for us to make any money. The markets needs to move. So we're going to use a few tools to help us pinpoint when the markets are most likely to move. The first one is the Forex Factory. The Forex Factory is going to show us two things here. Number one is the red events here. These are the most important and these are the ones that are most likely to move the markets. So what you do is you go to the filter here and you click on the red. Sometimes I'm using the orange here as well, but the most important is the red high impact events. And then that is going to show us which day the market is most likely to move and even the time that the market is most likely to move. So in this case we have the whole week's calendar and we can see that it looks as if Wednesday is going to give us the most volatility. So if you want, as a scalper, you could take a break on the Monday even, or even on the Tuesday if you are not interested in the day based on the calendar. But during high impact events, this is when we would like to look at the market. So in this case it would be the 10th of February. On Wednesday we have BOE. There's a speaker that's going to give some speech, and dependent on what he says in there, it's going to move the market. Now we don't know what he's going to say and we don't know how the market is going to take that news, so it doesn't really matter what he says. What does matter is we know that there is potential for volatility during this time. So if we've spotted a setup during the day, during the afternoon, then we would have to take that setups, and then the best outcome would be that the speaker or the news that comes out is in favor of your position. What we don't want is for you to sit there and wait for 6 p.m. and then trade the news. If you are already in a trade, let's say during the afternoon you've taken a trade, maybe 2 p.m. and you take your trades and the market pushes it in your favor, or you are in profits before this, then you could break even. But what we need to know is that there is potential for you to either gain a hell of a lot more profit during this time, or you get stopped out. So you need to manage your trade when the news is coming out, because we know during this day we have potential for high movements. So once again, you click on the filter on top here, you click on the red there. If there's nothing happening during the week, not many red events, then you can also tick on the orange. I wouldn't bother too much with the low impact yellow events there. And then for the sessions, so the sessions are broken up into the Asian session, the London session here, and the New York session. So the Sydney and Tokyo, this is the Asian session. This is also found on the Forex calendar right at the bottom. So if you sign up to the Forex calendar, which is free, all of these would be your time zone. So the green line here is going to denote, it's going to show which time zone you are trading in at the moment. So at the moment we are trading in the Tokyo section, which is the Asian session, and this is your local time. And if you hover on all of these, it will show you how long you still have in the particular session before it ends, and when the next session starts if you hover on the next button. So for us, during the scalping session and the techniques, we are going to trade in any of the sessions. Most of them works well. London especially so, and then second, the New York session. For the Asian session, where we've done the least testing in, it also showed some good results there. So during London, it would be 8 o'clock when it opens. The market for the Forex market is open 24 hours really, but this is when the stock market opens. So then there is more volatility during that time. So if you are in New York, it would be 3 a.m. If you're in Switzerland, it would be 9 a.m. South Africa, 10 a.m. So just take a screenshot of this. These are the times that you need to be there for the London Open. What we normally do is trade 1 hour before the open. So this, if the market is open at 8, then you would be there at 7. So for New York, the guys there would be looking at their trades and their trading stations at 2 a.m. already. So perhaps that's too early for you. But the thing is, what I'm saying here is that it's an approximate time. We're looking for the most volatility. We found the high impact red events, and then we found that we've looked at the times, and it's usually an hour before you can start looking, and then you for another 2 hours. So 3 hours per session is what you can dedicate your time to. And then we have the New York session. So maybe this is a bit better for you guys in New York. 8 a.m. it starts, so you need to start looking at about 7 a.m. there, an hour before this. And then we have the Asian session. So the guys sitting in Mexico or in Sydney, Australia or New Zealand, you guys can take or make use of the Asian session to try and trade. Remember, you are looking at approximately an hour before the time, and then you can trade the session for about 3 hours. Now the other tool that I'm looking at is Financial Juice. Now this is another free tool. I suggest also signing up to this. So what you get here is a live feed of whatever is moving the market. Remember, the whole game here is finding out where volatility is and when it might come into the market. And these two free tools are the best. The Forex Factory and then also Financial Juice. Financial Juice has a live squawk here on the right. So whatever is happening in the market, you get this live news feed. You don't even need to read it here. It gets read out to you when it comes out. You get what is happening on the S&P 500. Is it a bullish day? Is it a bearish day? You can click on the audio to let it keep running as you are trading, or you can just mute it. And then here in the center, you can read what's going on, and also it pops up on your screen whenever something is happening, whenever something is moving the market. But this part here on the left is the most important for me. This is like the Forex calendar. So the part on the left shows you what's coming out, if it's a red event or if it's a yellow event, and this is important. When you see that you have a previous amount and the forecast and then the actual. So if you look at the economic bulletin here at the bottom, the news hasn't yet come out. Yeah, that's why everything is just has a dashed line. But now the next piece of news here comes out. This was your previous figure. This was the forecast. This is like the economists. They are forecasting what's going to happen. And then the actual figure that comes out. So when you see that there is a dashed line there, like here, just a dashed line under the actual figure, it means we are still waiting for this time to happen. And when it happens, when 1 o'clock comes, then you will get the big news feed here. There's another live video that I've just recorded to show you how this looks when a non-farm payrolls comes out and things like that. I put the video at the bottom here. You'll see on the right hand side I have the financial juice, and on the left hand side I've put the chart just so that you can see the movement caused by non-farm payrolls this past Friday. So again, the important part is the actual figure. These are all events that already happened. And now let's say we are waiting for the next event. We can see the dashed line. So this is the next event that needs to happen, and that comes in at 1 o'clock. And then when 1 o'clock strikes, then you'll get this news feed, and it will tell you the figure. And if you see that the bond purchases are more or less or equal, you can expect either a spike up or spike down, or something happening that we could take advantage of at this time. And again, I suggest not to trade on the button 1 o'clock here, now pulling the triggers at that time. If you're already in the trades, then you manage whatever your position is based on the outcomes here. And I will show you all of that during the sessions that we have together. We will sit and watch a financial juice, and then we will try and find some trades. Next time we'll be looking at how to trade the strategy.